Good morning. My name is Brian and you're watching another video on my YouTube channel, Outdoors with Charlie. This morning I wanted to take a few minutes. I wanted to share with you a couple new products that I picked up today from REI. The first thing I wanted to show you was this universal canister stand made by MSR. I've never used one of these before, so I've often thought about buying one and finally broke down and decided I was going to get one. My first impressions, it seems to be well made. The hinges, well, the pivot points here are real smooth. They're not sticky, yet they're firm. They're not going to flop around. So my first impressions, I say, is pretty good. This universal stand has got two different notches on each leg, and those are meant to accommodate the two different sizes of fuel canisters. The one that I will be using tonight is the larger canister that I picked up from Walmart. And how it works is it sits down in there in that second set of slots on the outside, and then you take this black plastic piece, slides back out, and just kind of locks into the can. So now it's in there. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, works pretty good. So what that stand does is it gives you a good wide excuse me, a wide platform for your canister to sit on whenever you're ready to cook your lunch. When I was at REI, I also picked up this new MSR Pocket Rocket. I went there. I was going to buy the original Pocket Rocket. They had one left on the shelf, but right next to it I saw they had the MSR Pocket Rocket too. So I looked at it and actually kind of liked it a little bit better than the original Pocket Rocket. It was about $4 more. I went in and paid the extra money and got it. First impression is I really like the carrying case. It's got a couple holes in the bottom of it, so if it were to get wet, you're not going to worry about water hanging out in there and causing any problems. It's got a good latch on the lid, nice and firm, locks down real good and tight. So it fits in there real good, pretty snug. They don't leave you a lot of room, but it's in there. And I think the original Pocket Rocket, the pot holders just folded up over the top of the burner, but this one's a little bit different. They fold down. So see if I can get this right. All right, yeah. It actually folds two ways, and that's what it looks like whenever it's done. It's got your gas control valve right here. That's pretty much just like the original Pocket Rocket, I believe. This is a little bit different on this particular model. It gives you something good to hang on to whenever you attach it to your fuel canister. We'll go ahead and hook this thing up. Now we're going to do a boil test on it. While we're waiting on the water to boil, we'll talk about some of the specifications on the stove. The fuel valve is very smooth. It doesn't stick. Shuts off good. When it's off, it's off. You can tell it's off. There's no play in it. I like that. I think it's a good, nice touch. So we're going to go ahead and light this stove up. I'm just going to use my buck knife and my ferro rod here. Do about a quarter turn. There we go. We are burning fuel. Now this MSR stove, at its full capacity, they rated about 8,200 BTUs. They say it will boil 1 liter of water in about 3 minutes and 30 seconds when it's cranked all the way up. So I don't have a pot big enough. I'm using this Stanley pot that I picked up from Walmart. It will not obviously will not hold a full liter of water, but I've got just over 20 ounces of water in it. So we're going to go ahead and boil that 20 ounces of water and kind of see how long it takes to do it. I'm going to adjust this flame. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Then we'll crank it up once we get that water seated up there good. Make sure it's not going to fall off. It looks pretty good. We're going to crank that heat up. And we'll start that time on the clock and see how long it takes for it to boil. So I like it. It seems fairly stable. It's kind of skeptical about the burners that attach to the top of the can. I just kind of thought they may be a little bit top heavy when you've got the pot put on there. But I like this universal canister stand. I think it makes me feel a little more comfortable about it. There's a couple things about this Pocket Rocket. Right now at REI it's selling for just under $45. I got on Amazon, I found it for the same price, exactly the same price on Amazon. It is eligible for Prime, so you get it shipped to your door for 2 days if you're a Prime member. The stove itself weighs only 2.6 ounces, which is, it's pretty light in terms of light, ultralight backpacking stove. So we're at 1 minute right now, and got that thing cranked up pretty high. I think we'll be able to go a little bit higher. See what that water looks like. Well, there's some bubbles starting to form down in the bottom. We'll leave that lid on there and let some of that heat stay in. Now, MSR they market an isobutane propane fuel, and they say that it burns cleaner and it burns better in cold weather. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not, but I'm just using this Coleman fuel that I picked up at my local Walmart. I think when I'm ready to go backpacking, I think I will get the smaller canister of fuel just because it'll take up less room in my pack and most likely be able to put it down inside of one of my cooking pots that I'm going to be carrying. These bigger canisters, fuel canisters, are a little bit more difficult to store inside a pot. They take up quite a bit more room. Alright, we've been going for 2 minutes and 50 seconds right now. We're getting awful close. We're not going to make that 2 minute and 30 second mark, but I think if I turn the fuel up higher, we certainly make it. But I don't like wasting fuel. For me, I'd almost rather just wait a couple more minutes and not use as much fuel up. So we are at 4 minutes and 51 seconds right now, and we have got a full, pretty good rolling boil. I'd say that water's ready to cook with. So we're going to go ahead and shut this stove down again. And some of the reviews that I read on Amazon said that some of the folks that have used it say that it actually simmers down real good. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that burner flame or not, but it's cranked down pretty low. You could probably cook stuff on top of the stove and not have to worry too much about your stuff sticking to the bottom of your pot. And again, this, I think it's all contributed to this control valve here. Boy, it's really smooth. Alright, we'll go ahead and shut it off. Alright, well, that is my review of the Pocket Rocket 2 isobutane propane stove. Again, I picked it up at REI. I paid $45 for it. It's available on Amazon for the same price with Amazon Prime. And I'm using it with the MSR Universal Canister stand. I like that stand. I think it's probably better to use that. I feel more comfortable having a stand underneath this fuel canister with a pot of water sitting on top of it. Just seems safer. But that's it for my review. I want to thank you for watching. And if you liked the video and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate any comments that you have. If you have any experiences with this stove and you'd like to share information about it, I'd love to hear it. Again, thanks for watching, and God bless you and have a good night.